Good afternoon, everybody. Great to be here at the Bitkom AI and Data Summit. It's amazing to see the full lineup, and I was listening very interestedly in Professor Xu talk, and what I really liked was her intent and her focus on AI North Stars for companies. I think it's crucially important that every company envisions boldly what can be done with AI, and then works backwards how to build this future, because the future is not happening to us. We are going to build the future ourselves. I'm Felix Schoenherr, and I'm leading the enterprise sales at AWS Germany. So my job mainly is to help German enterprises work from data to innovation to have impact, and this being done safely and at scale. The title is Unlocking Germany's AI Potential, where data meets innovation. This is a promise. When German engineering and German ingenuity is meeting innovation of AI, Gen AI, and agentic AI, we're going to innovate. And we're going to do it in a German way, which might be different than the European way or the American way. Nowadays, customers expect answers in seconds, not minutes or days or weeks. Plans are going to be reconfigured in days, not in quarters or even years. And competitors launch features while we're still in our meetings. So the difference today is not ideas, but how to turn information and data into action and impact. Over the next minutes, I'll give you my view on AI in Germany. I'll give you my view on how leading German enterprises are applying AI in their businesses, how AWS is supporting them, and how you can apply AI in your business. But before we dive into AI in Germany, let's have a look where we currently stand in the world. Okay. The world is changing faster than ever before. Over the last years, we didn't only see an acceleration of progress, we saw an acceleration of change. This all was driven by AI, Gen AI, and now agentic AI. But why is that? And what does the future hold for us? So to start, let's look at the last centuries, and we saw an exponential growth in literacy. Today, we have 4.5 billion more people with access to knowledge than 100 years ago. If you believe in the random distribution of exceptionally talented people, today we have a lot more exceptionally talented people in the world. We have a lot more Mozarts, Einsteins, and Mandelas. And they will be initiators of change. If you look at the last decades, we saw an exponential growth in connectivity throughout the world. Today, there are 4.5 billion more people connected to the internet than only 25 years ago. If you believe that it's not only individuals that change the world, but teams, we will see a lot more change over the coming years. This is the acceleration of change. Looking forward, over the next years, we will see an exponential growth of the number of AI agents. We at AWS believe that there will soon be millions and billions of agents in the world that augment humans in their capabilities, accelerate innovation, and improve productivity across every industry. This will be the acceleration of the acceleration. So as all three trends converge, one fact reveals: today will be the slowest day in the rest of our lives. Think about the future like a roller coaster in a wonderful amusement park. Currently, we're on the way up. We're going uphill, data is piling up, models are improving, and new tools are released every single day. But then there's the drop. Market shift, competitor launch new features, and new capabilities land. Your stomach lifts. That's the velocity. Then there's a sharp turn. Regulations come into play, competitors launch new capabilities, and supply chain surprises land at your desk. It's not a straight line. The ride will be full of turns. And sometimes we will have a loop. Technology where you think you know how they work will all of a sudden be upside down. There will be agentic models, multimodal models, and different applications of Gen AI you didn't think of before. So now looking how AI is currently driving German businesses. The numbers tell a really clear story. Germany's AI adoption jumped from 36% to 53% in just 1 year. This makes Germany currently the standout leader in AI adoption growth across Europe. This is a very encouraging signal for Germany overall and the future of our competitiveness. Today, 1.8 million German businesses are leveraging AI, and every single minute, a new company adopts AI. At the end of this talk, 20 more German businesses will have adopted AI in their everyday business. Fast adoption is great, but what's the impact? Adoption in Germany has a real impact. 96% of German businesses report an increase in revenue thanks to AI adoption. And 80% of businesses that have adopted AI report transformative or significant improvement in efficiency and productivity. Those numbers are promising, but as I said earlier, yet it's not the time to rest on our laurels. Remember, today is the slowest day of the rest of our lives, and the next turn is waiting. How can AWS help? AWS can help you to accelerate your AI adoption by providing scalable, accessible, and secure AI solutions and expertise to enable your business and businesses of all size to adopt AI beyond basic workloads. We work always backwards from our customer needs, and customers are telling us they want to have 3 key things. First, choice of models. Secondly, confidentiality. And thirdly, cost control to drive the next innovations based on generative AI. Amazon and AWS is investing heavily to make AI technology available as widely as possible to enable innovation at every stage of development. For example, we are pioneering the choice of models with Amazon Bedrock that enables customers to experiment with different models from different leading AI providers. We design our custom silicon chips for training and for inference with Trainium and Inferentia. And thirdly, we have dozens of AI-empowered apps, and we're in the process of launching even more. To give you an idea what this means in real life, at the bottom layer, at the infrastructure layer, AWS Trainium 2, for example, provides 30 to 40% better price performance than comparable GPUs in the market, enabling customers to do use cases that were unimaginable before. At the middle layer, Amazon Bedrock gives you access to over 100 foundational models by leading AI providers, and we're adding new models as they are released by those AI providers. And at the top level of the AI stack, Amazon Q Developer lets companies speed up in a variety of tasks like feature development, unit testing, and refactoring, improving by up to 80%. So now next, let's see how German customers are using those capabilities to become more competitive in times of accelerating change. Let's take Siemens. They transformed their global search experience into an intent-aware answering machine, policy-safe, multilingual, and always on, by using Amazon Nova models on Amazon Bedrock. A well-designed search engine and a well-designed search experience not only facilitates the discovery of information, but also contributes to higher sales and a better brand reputation. Different users have different needs for their search. An engineer, for example, might want to search for a specific product detail and product number, while an analyst might search for company information to compile a report. AI understands the individual queries and pulls from more than 15 different data sources within Siemens, so customers get the right facts and not only links. The incoming search queries are first analyzed to determine the user's intent and the context the question is asked. Then, the overall engine ensures that the right answering mechanisms are employed. Multi-agents on Amazon Bedrock and AWS Lambda classify the question, classify the intent, do RAG, summarize, and apply guardrails to have safe and sound answers. With AI, Siemens achieved 1.5 times faster paths from question to answer at 4.4 times less of the cost. All this while maintaining trust through guardrails and automated testing. So I mentioned AI agents twice now. Let's dive a little deeper into AI agents. I mentioned earlier that at AWS, we believe that soon there will be billions of AI agents working alongside humans, augmenting our capabilities, accelerating innovation, and increasing our productivity in every aspect of life. We'll see them in consumer, enterprise, and in industrial settings. They will not just manage simple tasks in a single-step logic, but they will orchestrate sophisticated, multi-step processes that require understanding of the context, making decisions based on this context, and then taking actions. AI agents will change the way how we work and the way how we live. In fact, Gartner predicts that over a third of all enterprise apps will be powered by Gen AI and agentic AI by 2028. And at least 15% of work decisions will be made autonomously by agentic AI by 2028, as compared to 0% only last year. Also by 2028, 1/3 of interactions with Gen AI services will invoke actions and autonomous agents for task completion. But going from a POC to production is hard. So let's look at BMW. At BMW, enterprise-wide AI transformation is happening, leveraging generative AI across its entire value chain to enhance workflows and product development, in total supporting over 140 software teams. A key enabler at the BMW Group is BMW Group's AI assistant, built on AWS, leveraging agentic AI to empower employees to create and adopt AI for their daily work at scale. BMW didn't start with a chatbot. They built a platform. One data spine, governance by default, and now self-service, multi-manager systems that understand the intent, retrieve the right context, and act across multiple systems, all with staying within policy. The same capabilities run on the website, on a My BMW app, and soon in car. By API-ifying the landscape and investing in metadata and training, BMW turns complex processes into actionable workflows. This is a blueprint for how German enterprises compete in a society where today is the slowest day of the rest of our lives. Just in a few minutes, on this very stage, we will hear from Marco, the VP for Enterprise Platform and Service Data and AI from BMW, more insights on how BMW unlocks innovation at scale. So BMW and Siemens aren't just isolated success stories. They represent a broader trend we see across Germany. And we're at AWS backing our customer commitments with the application of AI and Gen AI with substantial investments. In Germany and across the EU, we have made significant long-term investments in permanent infrastructure. Let's take our Frankfurt region, for example. We invested more than 9.6 billion euros here already over the last years, and we are accelerating. We're in the process of investing another 8.8 billion euros planned between 2024 and 2026. These investments have real impact, contributing over 18 billion euros to Germany's GDP. In the talk just preceding mine, Professor Xu gave us strategic insight into aligning AI innovation with risk management, regulatory requirements, and ethical frameworks. AWS takes those topics very seriously. So for the most sensitive use cases, we are building the European Sovereign Cloud, backed by a 7.8 billion investment here in Brandenburg. The European Sovereign Cloud will be an independent cloud partition with its own dedicated identity and account management system, completely separated from our global infrastructure. Our first ESC region will launch in Brandenburg in just a few months in late 2025. It will be benefiting our customers in Germany and all across Europe. For this, we're establishing a dedicated entity to operate with the independent cloud for Europe, the AWS European Sovereign Cloud GmbH. The cloud will be operated by dedicated European corporate entities, led by EU leadership residing in the EU, with a governance framework ensuring complete operational independence. All infrastructure will be entirely located in the EU and operated independently from the global AWS systems. So yes, today is the slowest day of the rest of our lives. But that's not a threat. That's nothing to worry about. That's actually the greatest opportunity in human history. As I said earlier, the future isn't something that happens to us. It's something we jointly build. And with the foundations we are laying today, with responsible AI, with holistic enterprise transformation, and with the tools and infrastructure AWS provides, we're not just ready for the future, we're building it. The acceleration is real, and the opportunity is unprecedented. And the time is now. So let's jointly build the future. Thank you.